What's up, everybody? Ryan Thomas here, live on the Thomas Take Sports Podcast, bringing you another edition of the Thomas Take, and out here in old Cheektowaga, as I like to call it, Cheek to Vegas, for whatever reason. I don't know why I call it that, but, you know, I have a lot of weird random nicknames for everything. So, that being said, as I adjust the mic here, get ready, get set, let's go. All right, so I got to hop on the show today and talk about the perception that, you know, as the saying goes, perception is reality. Buffalo Bills fans have been so desperate to see the team, you know, get above the, you know, not only just get to the playoffs, but, you know, reclaim the glory of the early 1990s, reclaim the glory of even the late 80s where they were knocking on that Super Bowl door. And Bills fans around the country have a lot of questions as far as this draft, you know, drafting Josh Allen, not so much Tremaine Edmonds, but trading up to take Josh Allen over Josh Rosen. And I get it. I do understand it. Pre-draft process, Josh Rosen was my number 2 quarterback. Josh Allen was tied with Lamar Jackson at 3. And then I had Baker Mayfield 4, Mason Rudolph 4, and Baker Mayfield 5th. Those are my rankings based on my evaluation, based on my ability to watch tape, and the things that I see with my quote-unquote scout eye. So a lot to really talk about in terms of why I believe the Bills took Josh Allen, and that's on my YouTube profile. But I'm here to tell the Buffalo Bills fans that still have this inclination that the Bills made a mistake taking Josh Allen over Josh Rosen before either quarterback. Either quarterback has played an NFL down yet. You know, there's articles out there talking about how Sam Darnold fumbled the ball 3 times during his first rookie practice. I really don't personally care about that. You know, Baker Mayfield threw a pick to Denzel Ward. You know, the difference between Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, I believe, is that Sam Darnold will actually learn from those mistakes, whereas Baker Mayfield, I think, is going to have a very tough time adapting his game in the National Football League when there is a little bit of a hiccup in his career, I should say. We have to, whether we like the moves that the Bills make or not, and I am probably the most honest, you know, I give my honest opinion on this show. Whether I like a move, whether I don't like a move, I give my honest opinion on that move. And sometimes I'm harsh on the Bills. Sometimes I'm lenient against the, you know, I'm for the pro Bills or I'm against them, and that's not my fandom talking. That's me as a sports guy that loves to talk sports. Some moves I like, some things I don't. I'm not biased by any stretch of the imagination. I truly believe that Josh Allen was the right pick in this 2018 NFL draft. I truly believe that Tremaine Edmonds was a great pick. I truly believe that Brandon Beane had a fantastic day, 1, 2, and 3 at the 2018 NFL draft, in his first NFL draft as a general manager in the National Football League. And for those Bills fans that don't, we have to start believing. We have to stop and start believing, because that's what this team needs. The team thrives. If we know anything, the team thrives off of the fans really rallying around the team. And they had a great home record last year. They showed up for the fans. You know, there was some games mixed in there where they were pretty ugly. You know, the game against the Saints was pretty bad. But then there's games against Oakland last year, you know, that were really, really good. And then on the road, they played very, very well. So, you know, I have to have this positive feeling because my heart is telling me that things are changing at One Bills Drive, that GM Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott, the head coach, are probably my favorite regime in my lifetime. You know, I don't really remember the glory years of the 1990s. I was a little itty bitty kid back then, so I don't really remember those glory days. But what I can remember is the non-glory days, and that's been the majority of my Buffalo Bills fanhood. And this regime in particular, I feel has put a real positive spin on this franchise to where players that are maybe drafted or players that are free agents can look at the Bills and take notice of what we have done in one whole year. Breaking this playoff drought really changed the outlook on this franchise and made the outlook far more positive on this franchise than the negative cloud that really was over New Era Field at One Bills Drive for the last 17 years. So moving into year 2 with Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott, I'm very, very excited. I've already purchased my Josh Allen jersey. I've already put my Trey White away jersey in my cart. I'm going to buy that at some point in the next couple months. Probably, once the later part of the season starts. And really, I'm very, very excited, and I have every reason to feel excited about this season, and you, the Bills fans, have every reason to feel excited about this season. We have a lot of young talent on this team. Trey White, Harrison Phillips, I think, is going to be a real X factor. Tremaine Edmonds being the middle linebacker of this team, that's what it looks like. There's a lot to be excited about. And regardless of how they finish this year, I know I will believe. Take care, everybody.